Did you know that your body could be losing up to a third of its muscle mass without you realizing it? By the age of 60, many people have already lost between 20% and 30% of their muscle strength, and all without pain, fever, or clear signs. One day, you simply realize that getting up from a chair is harder, climbing stairs becomes a challenge, and your arms tire from carrying a light bag. Then you ask yourself, I walk every day. Why do I still feel weaker? The answer is, you're not weak. You're malnourished in muscle. What you're experiencing is called sarcopenia, the muscle loss associated with aging, and the World Health Organization already recognizes it as a real medical condition, not just something that happens with age. But here comes the good news. You can regain your muscles even if you're 60, 70, or 80 years old. You don't need to go to the gym or take expensive supplements. You just need to choose the right foods, simple, accessible, and full of the fuel your body truly needs. In this video, I'll show you 5 common but powerful foods that science has shown can reverse muscle mass loss naturally and safely. You probably already have them in your kitchen, but you may not know that they are true silent allies to help you maintain balance, get up more easily, and feel your body stronger and full of energy every day. This isn't just about changing the menu. It's about regaining control of your health. Are you ready to reconnect with your vital strength through what you put on your plate? Join me and discover the 5 superfoods that help rebuild your muscles after 50. Quinoa. Regain muscle strength. The first food on our journey to regain muscle strength after 50 is quinoa, a small grain that has the ability to provide all the necessary nutrients to rebuild muscle tissue. What's special about quinoa is that it contains all 9 essential amino acids, which is very rare in plant-based foods. This is crucial for older people because after 50, the body becomes less efficient at absorbing and utilizing proteins. You can eat well, but if that protein isn't processed and metabolized correctly, muscles will continue to decrease over time. Quinoa is one of the few foods that helps fill this gap naturally and is easy to absorb. Not only does it provide amino acids, but quinoa is also an excellent source of iron and magnesium, 2 minerals that are essential for transporting oxygen to the muscles and for the proper functioning of muscle fibers. When there's an iron deficiency, muscles often feel fatigued and weak. A lack of magnesium can cause cramps, muscle spasms, or a general feeling of exhaustion after mild physical exertion, which is common among middle-aged people. A study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition showed that including quinoa in the daily diet for 6 weeks significantly improved leg strength and the ability to get up from a chair, 2 key indicators for diagnosing sarcopenia in older people. These results did not come from a change in physical activity, but from an improvement in nutrition. Quinoa is easy to incorporate into daily meals. With its mild, nutty flavor and soft texture when cooked, quinoa can perfectly replace white rice, be added to vegetable salads, mixed into hot soups, or serve as a base for cold grain dishes. An important detail is to wash quinoa very well before cooking it to remove the natural saponin, which has a bitter taste and can cause digestive discomfort if consumed in excess. With just 1 cup of cooked quinoa a day, you'll be adding around 8 grams of high-quality plant protein, as well as fiber that improves digestion and nutrient absorption. It's not just food, it's a gentle message for muscles that are weakening. Remember, let's recover, and quinoa is the first step in that process. Now that we've understood why quinoa is a solid foundation for nourishing muscles from within, it's time to explore another important factor: protecting muscles from silent wear and tear that we're not aware of. Because building is one thing, but maintaining is another. In the next section, I'll introduce you to a natural guardian that fights inflammation, reduces stress, and protects your muscles from aging. Walnuts. Regain muscle strength. The second food on our journey to regain muscle strength in old age is walnuts, a small nut that has impressive anti-inflammatory power. While quinoa provides the necessary nutrients to rebuild muscles, Walnuts act as a shield to protect muscle cells from silent damage caused by chronic inflammation, an often ignored culprit in people over 50. As we age, many people maintain a healthy diet but are unaware that low-grade inflammation in the muscles and joints can slow down the recovery process, preventing muscles from developing even when consuming enough nutrients and exercising regularly. This is where walnuts play a crucial role. Walnuts contain a large amount of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, especially alpha-linolenic acid, YLA, a type of fat that has been shown to reduce inflammation markers such as CRP, IL-6, and TNF-alpha. Additionally, they provide vitamin E and polyphenol, powerful antioxidants that can prevent cellular damage in muscles caused by free radicals. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2021 showed that older adults who consumed 30 grams of walnuts a day for 12 weeks had significantly lower levels of endogenous inflammation, as well as improvements in arm muscle strength and balance compared to the control group. Not only that, but when you're stressed, cortisol, the stress hormone, increases in your body, and this hormone can also cause muscle degradation. Walnuts help reduce cortisol levels in the long term, thus protecting muscles from wear and tear due to chronic stress. Consuming walnuts is very simple and versatile. You can eat them as a healthy snack in the mid-morning or afternoon. You can also add them to Greek yogurt, sprinkle them over a bowl of oatmeal in the morning, or add them to vegetable salads for a crunchy touch and a source of healthy fats. It is recommended to consume between 4 to 6 walnuts a day, which is equivalent to approximately 25 to 30 grams. Remember, walnuts are not just food. Every time you incorporate them into your daily diet, you're creating a silent but lasting layer of protection for your body's strength that is working to recover. Now that we've nourished the muscles with quinoa and established an effective anti-inflammatory barrier with walnuts, there's another silent enemy we can't ignore: oxidative stress. This is the process of cellular destruction that occurs daily in the body, especially after the age of 50. So, how can we protect muscle fibers from damage and help them recover faster after each physical activity? The answer lies in a small fruit the size of a finger, but with impressive power that we will discover next. Blueberries. Regain muscle strength. The third food on our journey to regain muscle strength in old age is a small fruit with extremely strong antioxidant power: the blueberry. If quinoa provides the necessary fuel and walnuts build a barrier against inflammation, blueberries act as a strong shield that protects muscle fibers from damage caused by oxidative stress, a silent but very common process in older people. Oxidative stress occurs when too many free radicals accumulate in the body, unstable molecules that damage cell membranes, DNA, especially muscle tissue. This process increases with age, and if not controlled, it causes muscles to weaken without the need for impacts or injuries. Blueberries, with their characteristic dark blue color, contain a high amount of anthocyanins, a group of potent antioxidants capable of neutralizing these free radicals, helping to protect and prolong the life of muscle cells. Not only do they act as protectors, but the anthocyanins in blueberries also help accelerate the process of muscle tissue recovery after exercise, reducing the sensation of pain and fatigue after daily activities such as walking, lifting light objects, or doing household chores, activities that seem simple but become a challenge when muscle mass is lost. Additionally, blueberries provide vitamin C, essential for the production of collagen, an important protein that maintains the strength of muscles, tendons, and ligaments. The potassium present in blueberries also helps regulate muscle contraction, preventing cramps and improving balance. A study conducted by the University of North Carolina in 2020, which followed 60 people over 65 years old who consumed a cup of blueberries a day for 8 weeks, showed that the group that consumed blueberries had better muscle recovery after physical activity, as well as a significant decrease in inflammation and fatigue markers compared to the control group. Blueberries are also one of the easiest fruits to incorporate into the daily diet. You can eat them fresh or use frozen ones, which still retain their nutrients. Mix blueberries with Greek yogurt in the morning, sprinkle them over oatmeal, add them to a smoothie, or simply consume them as a healthy dessert. The ideal amount is around 1 small cup a day, which is equivalent to 100 to 150 grams. You don't need to look for strange or expensive foods. A handful of blueberries a day is enough to protect muscles from silent aging, as well as providing a feeling of freshness, lightness, and vitality after each activity. Now that we've nourished the muscles and protected them against oxidative stress with blueberries, there's another factor that many overlook: the body's real ability to absorb nutrients. It is at this moment that a small but extremely powerful food enters the scene. Can you guess which one it is? Flax seeds. Regain muscle strength. The fourth food on our list for regaining muscle strength in old age is flaxseed. A seed so small that it could slip between your fingers, but with incredible power to support digestion, combat inflammation, and nourish muscle tissue. From the age of 50, the digestive system often begins to function less efficiently. Stomach acid production decreases, intestinal transit slows down, and the ability to absorb nutrients is considerably reduced. This means that even if you consume enough proteins, vitamins, and minerals, your body may not be absorbing what is necessary, and muscles continue to weaken. Flax seeds are a silent but effective solution to this problem. Flax seeds contain a large amount of plant-based omega-3, especially alpha-linolenic acid, ELA, which helps combat cellular inflammation. This is very important because silent chronic inflammation is one of the main causes of delayed muscle recovery and regeneration processes. When an internal environment is constantly in a state of mild inflammation, muscle fibers have difficulty developing or fully recovering after each physical activity. The omega-3s from flax seeds help calm this inflammatory response, creating an environment conducive to muscle healing and development. Not only that, but flax seeds are also rich in lignans, a group of plant compounds with high antioxidant activity that help protect muscle cells from damage caused by free radicals. However, the most special value of flax seeds lies in their double fiber content, both soluble and insoluble. This combination not only improves intestinal transit, but also acts as a biological filter, helping to make the absorption of proteins and minerals more efficient, which is especially important for older people trying to rebuild their muscle mass. A study published in Nutrition and Metabolism in 2019 showed that people who added approximately 15 grams of ground flax seeds to their daily diet for 12 weeks significantly improved their lean muscle mass index and notably reduced serum inflammation levels compared to the control group. The most surprising thing is that these effects were recorded even without the group that consumed flax seeds increasing their level of physical activity, demonstrating that nutrition is key. However, there is an important point to keep in mind. Flax seeds must be ground before consumption. If left whole, they pass through the digestive system without being absorbed, providing almost no benefit. You can easily add 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds to yogurt, smoothies, oatmeal, or even sprinkle them over homemade bread or cake dough. If you store them, keep them in an airtight container in the refrigerator to prevent oil oxidation. Flax seeds are proof that sometimes small and silent changes can have big results. By adding a bit of this strength powder to your daily diet, you help your body absorb nutrients better, combat inflammation more effectively, and most importantly, you're gradually regaining the strength you once had. Now that we've improved the body's ability to absorb nutrients with flax seeds, there's a key moment that many people overlook: the night. While you sleep, the body enters a state of prolonged fasting, and if not given the right fuel before sleeping, muscles can continue to silently break down for several hours. That's why a food rich in slow-digesting proteins that can protect muscle tissue throughout the night should be incorporated into the nighttime menu. Cottage cheese. Regain muscle strength. The fifth food on our list for muscle recovery in people over 50 is cottage cheese. This is a simple food, but with a standout advantage: a high amount of casein protein, a slow-digesting protein that can nourish muscle tissue for several continuous hours, especially while you sleep. Upon entering sleep, the body goes into a natural fasting state during the 6 to 8 hours without food intake. If the body does not have a constant supply of proteins, it will begin to break down muscle tissue for energy, especially in older people with limited muscle regeneration capacity. This is why many people wake up feeling tired and without energy despite having rested enough. Consuming a small amount of cottage cheese before bed will provide a slow flow of amino acids into the bloodstream, helping to prevent muscle breakdown during the night and supporting the muscle tissue repair process while you sleep. Not only does it serve as a source of high-quality protein, but cottage cheese also contains vitamin B12, an essential nutrient that supports the nervous system, helping to quickly and accurately transmit signals from the brain to the muscles. Many people over 60 have a B12 deficiency without knowing it, and symptoms such as dizziness, loss of balance, weakness in the extremities, or slow reflexes are often confused with symptoms of old age. A small portion of cottage cheese each day can silently improve this condition without the need for supplements. A study from Maastricht University in the Netherlands showed that consuming 30 grams of casein protein before sleep can increase muscle protein synthesis by up to 22% in older people, an impressive figure if you're in the process of recovering from sarcopenia. As for how to use it, you don't need to complicate things. Just a small bowl, approximately 100 to 150 grams of cottage cheese before bed, 3 to 4 times a week, will be enough to nourish your muscles during the night. You can add some blueberries, walnuts, or sprinkle some ground flax seeds to improve the taste and nutritional value. It's important to choose a low-sodium, sugar-free, and additive-free version to avoid negative effects on blood pressure or digestion. Cottage cheese is not a modern or expensive food, but it is a silent companion every night, helping your body not only rest, but also recover naturally, constantly, and effectively. As you can see, regaining strength after 50 does not require expensive gyms or strict diets. With simple foods like quinoa, walnuts, blueberries, flax seeds, and cottage cheese, consumed regularly every day, you already have an effective, natural, and easy-to-implement ecosystem for muscle recovery at your disposal. Each meal is now not just to satisfy hunger, but a concrete and proactive step in the journey to regain balance, flexibility, and the feeling of having control over your body that you thought you had lost. Aging may slow down many things, but it cannot erase the potential for recovery that you carry within. The muscles are still there, just waiting for you to send them the right signal to begin regenerating. If you find this article valuable, don't forget to share it with friends or family members who are also at the stage where strength no longer comes from forcing themselves, but from the small choices we make every day. Leave us a comment and share which of the foods on this list you have already tried and how you will start after reading this article. This is not the end, but the beginning of a new chapter for a healthy and active life at any stage of life. We still have many interesting things to discover together. We say goodbye for now and see you in the next article.